Do you ever get started on your project and then get stalled long before you intended to? If so, you're not alone, and there are great strategies for getting yourself back in action. Thanks for joining me here. I'm Karen Hoffman. I'm a work-life coach, and I have a lot of experience getting myself back in action and helping my clients to stay in action. About me, I'm the first person in my family to have gone to college. I took it so far as to get a PhD. I taught at the university level in a different country in a foreign language. So on that journey I've had many challenging projects, and there have been many points where I've gotten stalled and I haven't known what to do next. And I needed to figure out how to get back in action if I wanted to achieve my goals. So that's where my strategies come from. I use them all the time in lots of different kinds of projects, from writing to planning things like vacations or house moves, implementing a new exercise regime. I've even used all of them while I was making this video. I also share these strategies with my clients. I help people create work lives that are fulfilling and personally sustainable. And I do that by helping them figure out what it is that they want and need from their work life so that they can have a way of making a living that's satisfying and energizing. And now for the first strategy, which is break a larger goal down into a set of smaller, doable tasks. Frequently, what happens when you start a project is you know what the goal is, you know what the outcome is that you want, but confusion frequently sets in about, well, how do I do this? And so what's needed is to break that large goal down into smaller, more doable tasks so that you can get started on them and be in action. An example is making this video. When I started working on it, I felt overwhelmed. I felt some confusion. So I journaled about what are the tasks that I need to do? What are the steps I need to take in order to make this video? And I saw that I needed to decide a topic. I needed to figure out what I wanted to say. I needed to figure out where I wanted to record the video and what equipment I would need, and then I would need to record the video. And once I broke the larger goal down into the smaller steps, I could get into action. And I stayed in action for quite a while, working on my project little by little over time. And then I got stuck again when I got to the step of recording the video. So I did it again. Maybe this smaller, more doable task is not yet doable. Maybe it needs to be broken down further. And I discovered that, yes, that was true. And what was hard for me was to go from this script that I'd written out to actually just talking to you on the video. I didn't want to just read my script. And what I realized is that I needed to break it down into a couple of smaller steps. One, get really familiar with what I wanted to say, and two, practice it. And once I realized that, I was back in action. So I use this strategy throughout a project. It doesn't just happen at the beginning that you have too large of a goal. It happens a lot throughout a project, and it's really helpful to have this strategy of breaking it down into smaller steps. I use it all the time, and every time I do, it gets me back in action. So I have a free gift for you. It's a guide that will tell you how to break down the large goal of transforming your work life into smaller, more doable tasks. It's called Create a Work Life You Love, and you can download it at the link that's in the email. Okay. If you would like to hear the other two of my top 3 strategies for staying in action, be sure to listen to the next video. I want to thank you for joining me here for this bit of time, and I wish you all the best in your project.